I'm so excited you're joining me for my 7-day program. I just thought it would be perfect to squeeze between the holidays because really we just need to move a little bit more and be aware of the food we're eating as much as possible because let's be honest, things get just crazy over December. And I think that all we can do is take it with a grain of salt, know that it's about balance. It's not going to be as extreme of a challenge as my typical 21-day superhero challenge, which is on January 2nd. The 7 days is just to make sure you move every day, get some fun workouts, and start cutting some sugar. So usually, just like a little background on who I am and what I do, my name is Emily. I am a personal trainer. I've coached CrossFit for a long time. I do a lot of barbell moves you guys might see on Instagram. I love Olympic lifting, but I don't always feel like CrossFit is the answer. I feel like as long as you're strength training, you can change your body in so many different ways. And I believe that the real way to change your body is with the food that you eat. And nutrition is so important. And I hate dieting. I was a chronic dieter. I've been on everything you can think of, maybe 10 different things, from pills to bad stuff we don't need to talk about, but the point of it being anything extreme is not sustainable. And my goal is to teach you that if you can eat real food and be aware of what is going in your body and not just thinking calories, but thinking the quality of those calories, you can make your body be in balance. And when your body is in balance, whether that's with your gut health, whether that's with adrenal health, whether that's with stress levels, if your body's in balance, your body will feel the best it will ever feel. And it's not this quick weight loss, it's this gradual change. But I promise you, thousands of my superheroes have gotten on board with this, and it's the best way to live because you're gonna feel good, you're gonna think better, you're gonna have more energy than you've ever had in your life, and I just want you guys to feel strong. So this is a little preview of what I do every day or what I've done for the last 4 years with my superhero challenges. We've done these 4 years, right, Blake? Yeah, so this is my video guy, Blake. You'll get used to him. He's awesome. And I just can't wait. We're going to start today to talk a little bit about my thoughts on nutrition, and we'll dig deeper within the 6 videos that are coming your way. But the main thing is that I want you guys to realize how much sugar is in everything we eat, right? And so it's not just when you think of cookies or pasta, or sorry, not cookies or Pop-Tarts or Christmas cookies, whatever it is, but it's how food is broken down. And so when you look at high carbohydrate diets, where it's bread, pasta, even whole grain rice, those kind of things, in the end, it's all broken down into glucose or fructose, and your body sees that as sugar. And so when we have sugar too much, we get into this roller coaster energy wave, and our body is more prone to inflammation. We're going to get sick more. We're not going to think as clearly. We get things like insulin resistance or metabolic syndrome, and we just kind of start to fall apart, and we forget what it's like to feel healthy. So my goal with this is to not just cut sugar, but to cut processed foods. And for me, with this 7-day challenge, we're going to cut gluten. So rice is still allowed, oatmeal is still allowed, gluten-free oatmeal. We'll get into gluten a little bit later, but I want you guys to know that most of our food should be coming from high quality, high protein, good fat sources, and that carbohydrates are dependent on your activity level. So the more active I am, the more carbohydrates I can have. So let's start with a workout today. We'll dig deeper into some nerdy stuff because I'm kind of a nerdy person. You'll get used to that. We want to start with a stretch that I think every single person should do because most people are quad dominant and have tight hip flexors. So get a mat close to a wall. This is called couch stretch. Drop your knee. Big step out, and then I want you to rotate up. If this is way too intense, then you're gonna move your knee out a little bit further from the wall. You're gonna drive your hips forward, squeeze your glutes, stomach tight, and I want you to hold here for 1 minute on each side. And if this is way, way, way too intense, then you can just do it this version. So it's just a Spider-Man stretch where I'm taking a little bit less pressure off the quad and focusing on the hip flexor. 1 minute on each side. This is such a good stretch to help people everyone has tight hip flexors, but if you sit a lot, if you bike a lot, if you run a lot, these tend to get really fired up. So that's a great one for you guys. And then our workout today, because you're gonna get a workout every day, because our goal is to move. I have to do a quick little demo for those who don't know this. This is my my baby. So some of you guys know this, some of you don't, but this is the M-Pack. I launched this in January on Kickstarter, and it's basically a backpack that has a laptop sleeve and a pocket, and you can just use it as a backpack. But when you want to use it as a workout bag, which is perfect for people at home, you take the straps off and you fill up these reservoirs, which I just got these new branded reservoirs I'm very excited about. And you fill them up, and it fits 4 reservoirs. So each reservoir is about 15 pounds, so it gets to almost 60 pounds. And then you tighten it up, and you can make it a weight bag. So my goal is just to make it accessible for you guys to have some strength training options wherever you are, whether you're traveling or at home, or if you wanna go outside, all that stuff. So our workout today, we stretched out our hip flexors. Now I just wanna get you guys, you can do this without dumbbells or with an M-Pack or without an M-Pack, just your body weight. You modify, I'll give you modifications. Our first thing that I'm gonna have you guys do is just squat. So without an M-Pack, hips are going back, drive your knees out that way. My chest is up, and then I stand. So I see a lot of times people do this on their squat. I want you to push hips back, drive your knees back, drive your knees out, keep my chest up, and stand. That's a really low squat, and a lot of you guys might not be there, so just use a chair, sit back, and stand, and just get used to that first range of motion where this is going back, okay? So that's part 1. I want you guys to do 20 squats. Number 2, move number 2, you're gonna do 20 sit-ups. We can do ab mat sit-ups. We can do just matted sit-ups. With sit-ups, I want you to start, if you can, butterfly your legs so you don't use as much hip flexor. You're gonna go all the way back, touch behind you, touch your toes. If you can't quite do that, or 20 is a lot, then just do crunches. Don't pull on your neck, really slow here. And if you want a more advanced version, do V-ups 20 times. So 20 squats, 20 V-ups. Then we're gonna go 20 lunges. Stand here, hips back, and stand. Stand. Notice that how far my knee gets down. If you have knee issues, probably because you're quad dominant and should do couch stretch more, perfect, know how to do that, do step-ups. So you're standing 20 times, squeezing your glute at the top. Finishing with 20 push-ups. And this is a tough one, 20 is a lot. So if you need to, do on your knees. With push-ups, I see them done a lot of ways. So what I want you to focus on is your hands are right under your shoulders. So a lot of times people go really wide, and then they look like elbows, I don't know, it looks really creepy, so let's avoid that. Shoulder blades back, and elbows are going 45 degrees to the side. And if you can do that well on your knees, we can start to try on our toes. But I'd rather on your knees, full range of motion, than on your toes, half range of motion. So 20 squats, 20 sit-ups, 20 lunges, 20 push-ups. My goal for you is to do this 4 times. So modify as much as you need. If you are like, hell no, do two times. If you want to modify, or not modify, if you want to go up a little bit, the squats for the M-Pack on your back here, chest is up, 20 times, and same thing for lunges. Boom! Workout number 1. So stoked that you guys are ready to get healthy after some turkey day, and I'll see you tomorrow.